Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. All right, I want you guys to continue praying for me by leaving dislikes on this video. I had a very actually this one's going to be a Peter like show because it's more about my connection with others. I want you guys to continue to pray for me. I had some very good fortunes today with interacting with that. So I moved to Phoenix, Arizona almost 2 years ago. Now we're coming up to the 2 year anniversary. It's been a rather long and short 2 years. In many ways, it lasted a long time because there's a lot of twists and turns with discovering myself and speaking up for myself. But when I think about all the good stuff, the art projects and all the career goals and all that, it's been a very fast 2 years. So it's a weird dynamic. Has it been fast or slow? I can't really tell anymore. The individual struggles have been very slow, right? Every time I have to explain myself, every time I have to navigate a workplace toxicity, every time I have to navigate difficult social events, that was slow. Art projects from one art show to the next, beautiful interactions with students from one student to the next. That has been fast. So it was weird. I'm going to be talking about where I'm going to be moving, but be patient with me. I had another upset today. I don't get along very well with, in terms of having to navigate dietary restrictions and uh, 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 disability kind of issues. I didn't have this problem when I was living in Seattle. I had it to a minor extent in Wallace, Idaho. Nothing like here in Phoenix. I have a trivia event that I like to go to every Saturday, and the owner of that sports bar was very upset that I had brought a bar of baking chocolate to eat at the sports bar, and he had one of his waitresses come to tell me to put it away. And I explained, I really want to finish this because I go on the 16-hour fast, and I really have a time window when I want to finish this. And she said, I'll talk to my manager, but I don't think he's going to allow that. I told her, well, he has to because I have a disability. And I very calmly, I'm very pleased I'm willing to calmly say that nowadays. In the past, that was difficult for me to do because I often get physically angry, and that's when I start to pound tables, throw furniture around. And I didn't want to risk getting into an outburst like that. And so I said, yeah, I think he has to because I have a disability. You can go talk to him. Her manager came by and tried to grab the chocolate away from me, and then he took my computer away from me. And I told him, sir, that's a $3,000 computer. I think you better put it down before anything happens to it. And fortunately, the rest of that trivia team really came to my defense. I'm very pleased at myself. In the past, I haven't been willing to speak like that because, again, I have anger management problems. Speaking like that is a real good way to cause me to kick furniture and get myself in trouble. And that was when I started to think about, because right now I teach at both Central Arizona College and Maricopa colleges. And so potentially I could move to the Central Arizona College side of things to make my home base, and then I would commute here. That might even be better because the commutes might line up a little bit better with traffic, and then I could live in small town America. But I really loved how I can disassociate speaking what I need with physical anger. I have a hard time with that. I get very angry and I get rowdy easily when I speak difficult words like that. I need to learn this. Earlier today, this is my first week at CAC. I got an email asking me for various favors, and it was very easy for me to speak up. It was only in an email, so that's easier because I can think about it. I'm not going to get angry at the email. But I asked the rest of that trivia team to be honest with me, and if there's something, if I'm not dressed right, if I look like I was homeless or something, because sometimes I get carried away with my art projects, with other things. I don't sleep right, I don't eat right. So I asked them to please be open with me if I'm not dressed right, if I smell not right. Um, let me know right away because those are things I can address, right? Um, and so, or better yet, if you notice that I'm gaining a lot of weight, or you notice that let me know because I can actually address it. I'm not going to be hurt by it. I'm actually going to be hurt more if I don't know and I continue to go down the wrong path, right? And so I was very pleased at myself for telling the rest of that team that as well. So it was actually a pretty good result. I'm just the only thing I'm not pleased to myself is how fast my heart raced when I was dealing with that. I wish I could do it a lot more calmly because there are other places where I want to be a little bit more where I want to put my foot down a little bit more. I talked about in my last video about an upset that I often get into when the county fair comes around. And this year I want to actually do a protest. But I want to make sure that today was good practice for that actually. I need to do stuff like this more. Maybe next time, even when I don't have a trivia event to go to, to just bring food to various places at bowling alleys, theme parks, or so just so even if I don't want to eat that, just so I could speak because I love this practice. I really do. I really do. Next time I might not have a bunch of friends backing me. I'll probably bring my camera and record it, right, for YouTube or whatever. And so I really love that. I would be so pleased if I had a Rosa Parks kind of moment with either the dietary restrictions or the being solo sexual at the theme park. That's my dream. I'm probably not going to get there, but I would not be disappointed if the world knew my name because of something like that. All right, please pray that I practice some more with this and that I have that moment sometime, at least sometime in my life, and that I have a successful move to small town America. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.